So for today's workout, I'm planning on doing a strongman style conditioning workout. Um, so the reason I say strongman style is because in strongman events, there's a lot of stuff where uh, the participant or the athlete moves a lot of weight across a distance. So be it through sled or yoke carries or farmer carries. Uh, and what I'm going to try and replicate is the conditioning aspect of it, is where I'm going to move a lot of weight back to back to get my heart rate racing. So for the first set of movements, I'm going to do reverse sled one way, then push the sled back, and then do a farmer carry back the other way. Throughout the workout, I'm also going to incorporate different styles of carries, using different grips, different kinds of resistances in order to challenge the body in different ways, challenge the core in different ways in order to achieve the goal of getting the heart rate up and moving a lot of weight. Reverse sled is primarily a quad dominant movement, and the forward sled forces you to utilize your toes and also the hamstrings and the glutes along with the quad, so a whole leg movement to push the weight forward. Then I'm going to superset that with kettlebell farmer carries. Looks like this. The kettlebells are 62 pounds each, and yeah, it's not overly taxing as a farmer carry weight, but when paired along with the relatively heavy sled movement, it gets the heart rate going. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this for 5 sets and then on to the next superset. This is going to be the general theme where there's some sort of carry and sled movement involved. And yeah, I'm gonna do four to 5 sets of each of the supersets. Yeah, so let's see what happens next. So after doing 5 circuits of the first set of movements, the second set of movements are kind of the same but not exactly. So the reverse sled portion of things is going to be exactly the same. So starting off with reverse sled, and then instead of pushing the sled back, I'm going to drag it forward with the belt around my waist. So that's going to be a different stimulus than pushing the sled forward. When pushing the sled forward, you're able to use a little bit of your chest and shoulders in order to assist the movement of the sled. With dragging the sled forward, you have to do a lot more intentional leg contractions. It feels like, in order to get the sled moving. Then the final movement is going to stay as a farmer carry. However, I have towels wrapped around the kettlebells, but we'll get to that when the time comes. So yeah, with the farmer carry, I have towels wrapped around the kettlebells, which will make gripping the weight harder, forcing my forearms to work much harder. Also, the weights will sway around a little, so there's more of an instability component, forcing the core to work harder. Looks like this. So yeah, that's a lot harder on the forearms, thicker grip, unstable grip, uh, gets your body working a lot harder than just the regular farmer carry. Gonna do this for 5 sets, like the first set of movements, and then on to the next thing. So for the next exercise, doing rope pulls. So I have the rope attached to the sled. I'm going to pull it one way, then drag it back the other way, and then finish off with some kettlebell swings. All of that looks like this. This is a really good movement for the back. Also, the nature of the rope grip forces the forearms to work a lot harder. Now going to drag the sled back the other way. And finishing off with some alternate kettlebell swings. I noticed the camera angle there in the middle might have gotten a little screwed, but it is what it is. And if anyone wants to argue whether or not kettlebell swings are powerlifting style movements, and for one case the kettlebells are relatively heavy, but there are also events in strongman events these days that require the athlete to throw the kettlebell or a kettlebell over a bar. So the base of all that comes from a kettlebell swing. So yeah, similar to the previous circuits, I'm gonna do this for 5 sets. And then on to the next thing. So for the final set of movements of today's workout, it's going to be all carries. So I'm going to use this relatively small staircase to carry the kettlebells in a towel grip up and down the staircase, come back up, then do a two plate carry up and down the staircase. I like to call them pizza box carries because the motion kind of mimics a pizza delivery driver coming to your door with two pizza boxes. So yeah, all of that looks like this. Let me bring the camera closer. Okay, here we go. Now on to the pizza box carries. So yeah, I'm gonna do this for 5 sets, like the previous movements, and I'll probably do an outro in the yoga room. So as mentioned, here's an outro from the yoga room. So today's workout was a strongman style conditioning workout. A lot of moving heavy-ish weights around, carries and sled movements. Strongman people also do squats and deadlifts, but today's workout didn't necessarily focus on that. You can't do everything in one day. In any case, thought I'd also share the progress of my cut that I've been doing. So let's check the physique. Looking pretty good, I would say. The lower belly fat's gone quite a bit. Although I don't know what it is. Like in outdoor lighting, I'm not very happy with how my body looks. Cramp. Yeah. So I also spent. Oh, it's cramping. Also, I spent 40 minutes in the sauna, but alternate. So like I did 10 minutes in the sauna, 3 minutes cold shower, 10 minutes sauna, 3 minutes cold shower, and then eventually it came up to like around 40 minutes. Those numbers are not exact. It's a few seconds here and there, so it ends up becoming 40 minutes total. But yeah. Anytime after the sauna, if I try to flex, it starts cramping, so it is what it is. But alright, let's hope it doesn't do that again. Back. I got started lifting after an injury and also after watching pumping iron. So I still very much enjoy aesthetic bodybuilding style posing, although my workouts are nothing like bodybuilding style workouts. But I do like maintaining an aesthetic physique and like not getting too carried away with I don't know. Like I'm somehow able to mentally distribute volume of my workout such that I'm able to maintain the proportions that I want to maintain. So but yeah, I guess that's it for today's video. See you all tomorrow.